Tell me that the rain won't fall today, but if it does, that's okay. We're out in Byron anyway, hey, hey. At the festival of swimming in the bay, singing la 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 la.
Michael Franti, welcome to Bluesfest.
Thanks.
25th anniversary of Bluesfest.
Yeah.
And you're a seasoned campaigner here at the festival and in Byron. Can you remember the first time you played here?
I don't know what year it was. I think it was 96, 97, around there. But I remember the first time I was here. And we stayed in a place that was way outside of the city, and I had no idea that there was even a town of Byron until the next year when we came here. We just went to the festival and back. But we had a great time, and one of my road crew at the time was from Jamaica, and he had gone into town and bought a whole bunch of fish. And so he made up this like big Jamaican fish barbecue with all these spices and seasonings. And I remember it started to rain, it was really hot, it started to rain. But we were all sitting inside just underneath the porch of where we were staying, cooking up this fish, and all of us were just dripping in sweat and eating all this spicy Jamaican food and just thinking like, man, this is the closest to being Jamaica as we'll get this year, you know.
Now, of all the artists that have been here on a regular basis over that 25 years, you're someone that probably more than anyone else is able to get a crowd moving up and down for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you do that? Do you think about how that works?
Well, first of all, I'm a fan of music. So when I come to a festival like this, I am a fan. I just walk around and I see the music and I see what's going on, and I get a taste of what it's like out to be in the audience, you know. And as a musician, I love this concept of like one mind, you know. It's different than one love, which is what we all know about, the experience of the souls uniting together and feeling that energy. But one mind is like when people are all doing the same thing at the same time. Hands in the air, singing together, jumping up and down, doing something ridiculous. And I love that about roots music, that it creates that. So I feel that when it's me and my friends jamming on the guitar on our front porch, you know, and I see it when people are line dancing. I see it when people are, you know, jumping up and down at a concert. And so my role as an artist is just to be like a facilitator of that. So people say, how do you get people to do it? And I just ask them, put your hands in the air, or tell them actually, put your hands up, you know.
Nowhere, nowhere, nowhere. Put your hands up higher. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go.
But do you get a buzz from that when you see 10,000 people jumping up?
Yeah, no, it's really amazing.
Because you told them to?
Yeah. I mean, I come from the experience of hip hop and punk rock is my roots, and that's what it was all about. It was like everybody being in the mosh pit together doing something, or everybody being at a hip hop show and put your hands up in the air. Everybody singing call and response at a hip hop show, you know, and so that kind of crowd participation is integral to what we do as musicians. We don't expect to go out on stage and just do a recital of what we've learned, you know. We want to be with the crowd.
Now, you mentioned punk rock and hip hop, but of course you've incorporated quite a number of styles into your music over the years, including reggae and soul and funk, as well as those two.
Yeah.
Is there any other area of music left to explore for Michael Franti?
Well, right now we're doing a lot of stuff with like 4-on-the-floor dance music. You know, it's something that we've never really done, you know, electronic music, and we've been incorporating that into our show. And sometimes at the end of our sets, we'll even do like a little DJ set, because it's what we do off stage at the end of every night. We set up our little turntables backstage, and we rock out and have a little backstage party. So some days we've been bringing that onto the stage and doing it at the end of our show. So we might even try it here tonight. So see how it goes down at a blues festival.
Give me some Calvin.
Well, if I could just turn to your activism for a second. You've been very involved in a lot of political and social issues over the years. Do you think you've been able to make a difference through your music and outside of your music?
You know, there's sometimes when I sit there and I think I've made political music since 1986, and I don't know if I've made any difference at all. You know, things still seem to be going on in the world the way that they are. You know, I went to Iraq in 2004, and the war is, you know, has still raged on there since that time. You know, I feel frustrated at times, like the world doesn't change the pace that I personally would like it to. But then you know, I meet people at our shows who tell me that, you know, I inspired them to get involved in something in their community, or I inspired them to start practicing yoga, or I inspired them because they met their girlfriend at our show and now they have a family, and they're, you know, and so I just think that music works in a more subtle way. You know, you can't expect that one song is going to change the world overnight, but one song can help someone get through a difficult night. And that's sometimes what we need, is just to get into tomorrow, to stay positive, to stay uplifted, to walk a little taller after a show, and to feel like we can make a difference. You know?
Well, let's just talk about the film that you made in 2004, was that?
Yeah,
right?
well, we finished.
I Know I'm Not Alone.
Yeah.
And you went to war-torn parts of the world, and did you feel that you were able to achieve what you wanted to achieve with that film?
Well, when I first went to Iraq and then to Israel and Gaza and all around the West Bank, I just went there to play music on the street, and I brought a film crew with me just so I could myself see what life was like there for people on the ground, both civilians as well as soldiers. And when I didn't really intend to make a film, really, so that wasn't the goal. But when I did make the film, we were able to tour around the country, and it was at a time in the States when the war was still polling like 80% in support of the war in Iraq. And so I felt like at that time we were really, you know, bringing a perspective of the war that people weren't seeing in America. They weren't seeing what life was like for Iraqi families, or for U.S. soldiers for that matter. And so in that way, I feel like we were able to accomplish a lot with that film. And I'm just finishing up another film. It's called 1159. That is a bit of a takeoff from that film, and it's about 4 people who I've met along the way who have influenced me and changed my life. And they weren't musicians. One is a midwife in the Philippines. Another one is a bamboo farmer in Flores Island in Indonesia. And another one is a man named Steve and his wife Hope in Atlanta, Georgia. And Steve is battling ALS and is slowly dying of that disease. There are 4 people who really influenced my life and sort of changed the way I viewed music, and not so much in the large letter P political, but in the small letter P political of, you know, personal, you know, faith, and working to water the flowers in our own backyard rather than try to squirt out the flames that is this whole earth on fire.
So looking forward to being back on our Byron stage.
Yeah. It's been 3 years since we've been here. I'm super grateful. I'm grateful it's not pissing rain. Yeah. But we love coming here. And like I said, I'm a fan first, so I'm going to be out and just watch a whole bunch of bands today before we play. And my birthday's tomorrow, so we're going to be able to celebrate in one of my favorite places in the world. Yeah. What's that?
Have you thought about how you're going to celebrate your birthday?
I don't know. They usually surprise me with some ridiculous idea my friends put together. So.
Anyway, it's a pleasure to see you here again, Michael. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Cheers. Good to see you. Yeah.
Love for you, love for you, love for you, love for you.
Congratulations, 25 years, Byron. Keep bringing the love, keep bringing the blues, keep bringing the music. Peace.
Awesome. Are you? We're okay to use that?
Yeah. Go for it, yeah.
Thanks, man.